Hello students, today we see next theorem, that is theorem 7. So statement of theorem is a non-increasing sequence which is bounded below is convergent, or decreasing sequence which is bounded below is convergent. So we know the increasing sequence and decreasing sequence. So if the sequence is decreasing, then the terms goes on decreasing. S1 is greater than S2, S2 is greater than S3, or S2 is less than S1, S3 is less than S2, and so on. So if the sequence is decreasing, then if it has lower bound, then that sequence is said to be convergent, or that sequence is convergent sequence. That means sequence has a limit. So we see proof of this theorem. So we have to take a sequence which is non-increasing or decreasing and which is bounded below. Suppose sequence Sn, n is equal to 1 to infinity, is a non-increasing sequence, and also it is bounded below. That means it has a lower bound. So sequence Sn, n is equal to 1 to infinity means it is a set containing the terms S1, S2, S3 dash dash. So this is our set, and this is non-empty set, and the terms of this set are real numbers, so it is subset of set of real numbers, capital R, and this set is bounded below. This is we have given. Now we have to prove that the sequence is convergent or sequence has a limit. Now since sequence is bounded below, that means this set A has greatest lower bound, that is GLB in short. That means if the sequence is bounded below, it has so many lower bounds. From that, the lowest we called it as lower bound, greatest lower bound. From all the lower bounds, the greatest higher lower bound, it is called as greatest lower bound, or GLB. So since sequence is bounded below, it has a greatest lower bound, that is GLB. Therefore let us take GLB is equal to L. L is a GLB of the set S1, S2, S3 dash dash. That is, since L is a GLB or greatest lower bound, we know the definition of greatest lower bound. So from that definition we can say that for given epsilon greater than 0, if L is a greatest lower bound, then L plus epsilon, the value which is greater than L, is not lower bound of A. For some n belongs to I, that means for some terms there is epsilon, for given epsilon, this L plus epsilon is not lower bound of the set A. Therefore for some values capital N, Sn, at least there is one value Sn which is less than L plus epsilon. Since L plus epsilon is not lower bound, any values, some value may be less than that L plus epsilon. Now sequence Sn is non-increasing sequence. Therefore this Sn is less than L plus epsilon for all n greater than or equal to n. Since sequence is increasing sequence, this Sn, all the terms must be less than this L plus epsilon. Also, since L is greatest lower bound for A, this Sn is greater than or equal to L. L is lower bound, greatest lower bound for set A. Therefore all the terms are greater than or equal to lower bound L. This is the definition of lower bound. Therefore Sn is greater than the number which is less than that lower bound. Sn is greater than L minus epsilon for n belongs to set of integers. So we have these two equations. Sn is less than L plus epsilon and Sn is greater than L minus epsilon. So from these two equations we can write, combining two equations, Sn is greater than L minus epsilon and less than L plus epsilon. That means Sn minus L is less than epsilon and greater than minus epsilon. That means mod Sn minus L is less than epsilon. Therefore this is nothing but definition of limit of Sn. So if this condition is satisfied, we say that limit of Sn is equal to L. Therefore this sequence is convergent sequence, because if the sequence has a limit, finite limit, then it is said to be convergent sequence. Therefore this is convergent sequence. So you read again this theorem so that you can write it properly. So thank you.